how did you guys wind up on Gil Fisher's Fishin Musician?
Oh, that's so great. SCTV is SCTV was so great, and in fact, I just saw Catherine O'Hara just the other day. She lives here in LA, and we went to see Derek Smalls. Harry Shearer had a concert doing his Spinal Tap character. It was just brilliant. And I saw her there, and she came. I hadn't seen her since we had done SCTV, and she came up and said, "Hello, remember?" I said, "Oh my God, man, I love Schitt's Creek. It's so great." And then they got all those Emmys this year. She's so brilliant. We also did on that same episode, we did her show. We did Talk to You Later on Lola Heatherton.
Right. Yeah, because you did Sushi Girl with Fishin Musician.
Right.
And then you were with Catherine on for her segment.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, we fly to Edmonton. At the time they were doing it in Edmonton, Canada, and so we're at a hotel in Edmonton, and the producer calls up and goes, "Okay, there's a lake. We want to go to this lake, which is outside of town about an hour, and John's going to show up at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow in a limousine, and we're going to take all you guys out to the lake, and we're going to do this shoot." And we went, "Okay, great." So 6 o'clock in the morning, John Candy shows up, sitting in the back of the limousine, and and he's got a case of beer and a bag of weed. And he's already smoked 2 or 3 joints. And so we all get into the limousine, and we drink beer and smoke pot all the way out to this lake that's an hour outside of town. And by the time we get there, we're just, and of course, John Candy is, it didn't even faze him. And so we got all these boats, and we're wearing our completion backward gray flannel suits, and we're sitting in these boats, pretending to be fishing, and we're like pulling up boots, and we're pulling up logs, and we're pulling, and they're, filming it all. And then, we get into the little cabin to do the interior shots and to play the song, to do Sushi Girl. And I said, "Well, what's the script? What's the plan here?" And and John goes, "What do you mean script? There's no script." I said, "Well, what are we gonna?" He goes, "Don't worry about it. We're just gonna wing it. Okay? Not a problem." And guy, no problem. And the guy is he's a brilliant guy. He's so brilliant. And so the whole thing was ad lib, the top to bottom ad lib. And when we get to doing the song, I find that these guys have brought in 50 pounds of gutted trout and then dump it on the table, and a big pile of white rice. And he goes, "Okay, I just do whatever you want," And so I'm like scooping the rice into the guts of the trouts and eating it. And the guy was amazing. He was so amazing, and so funny, and so quick. And it was something else. He was really cool.